You have identified a potential failure in your design, and it's a complicated one. It has multiple potential root causes. Is there a tool that can capture it all and help prioritize your reactions to get rid of this problem? Yes, there is, and it's fault tree analysis. Stay tuned after this brief introduction. Hello and welcome to Quality During Design, the place to use quality thinking to create products others love for less. My name is DIANNA. I'm a senior level quality professional and engineer with over 20 years of experience in manufacturing, design, and quality. Listen in and then join the conversation at qualityduringdesign.com. So you have identified a potential failure in your design. The best case scenario is that you've discovered this really early in your design phase, either through an analysis or some benchtop testing. Worse, you've discovered it during verification testing, or at the worst, you've discovered field failures. This failure mode is a complicated failure. It has multiple potential root causes. And there is a tool that can help you break down this failure into something manageable that you can take action against. And this tool is a fault tree analysis, or FTA. A fault tree analysis breaks failure events into specific causes and combinations of causes. It can identify changes you can make to reduce the chance of that failure event from happening, or even eliminate the failure from happening altogether. Fault tree analysis is a narrow process. It analyzes one failure at a time. If you're concerned with this one big failure that's happening and you want to get it fixed, fault tree analysis might be the right tool for you. Visually, a fault tree analysis is a tree diagram, except it's turned on its head and inverted. The trunk of the tree is the failure mode, and it is at the top of the analysis. Coming down from the failure mode are several branches that have causes, and each level of cause is another cause for the one before it. It's a tree effect where we're drilling down to get the root cause or to a place where we can take action and reduce or eliminate this failure. Fault tree analysis is not just a list. It is a drawn diagram of causes, and it associates conditional events. A conditional event is when two or more things need to happen at the same time or sequentially in order for another event to happen. For example, you have your product and it has to be in a certain setting state, and then the user has to twist or orient it in just the right way. And if those two things happen at the same time, it could lead to a failure. That's a conditional event. And it's very easy to see these on a fault tree analysis. Another useful thing about fault tree analysis is that it captures the probability of failure for each cause that's in your diagram. A quality or reliability engineer can take that information and calculate probabilities. What is the probability that this fault will be caused by these series of causes? How does this type of analysis help with a big failure? First of all, it identifies a cut set. And a cut set are basic events that cause the top event to happen. You have all of your causes mapped out in front of you in a visual diagram, which by itself is very helpful. And if you know or can estimate the probabilities of each of those causes, you can travel up a chain of events and calculate what is the likelihood that these chain of events cause this particular failure. So if you have a failure with lots of causes, it can be useful to identify which cause you should focus your resources on to getting rid of. Maybe you have a failure mode and there are 3 major causes for it. If one of those major causes creates the fault 85% of the time, then focus your resources on solving that cause. So what can you do with what we've been talking about today? When you have a single fault that you're trying to solve that's complicated, consisting of many different causes or dependent combination of causes. Ask your reliability engineering professional to facilitate a fault tree analysis with your team. And this will help you discover the root causes to take action to address. I'd like to hear from you. How many times has your organization used fault tree analysis? And do you reserve it for the worst cases, or is it routinely performed? Please visit qualityduringdesign.com to this blog podcast and add your comments. This has been a production of DIANNA Enterprises. Thanks for listening.